Have you been told in a meeting that your child is not reading at grade level or where the school would expect them to be? Might have been at a 504 or IEP or student success meeting, or even at a parent-teacher conference. You've probably seen all over TikTok, lots of teachers are talking about the fact that kids are reading well below grade level. And if your child has an IEP or 504 or is struggling in school, one of the best ways they can start having some steps to do better is to increase their reading comprehension. I know it sounds wild, but there's a lot of research that shows as children's reading comprehension approaches or is at grade level, all of their academic areas improve. My name is Valerie. I'm a former special education teacher and administrator turned advocate helping and educating families just like yours. And I actually got my master's and focused on reading specifically because it's so interesting how much reading comprehension affects all areas of learning. Because up into third grade, students are learning to read, and after third grade, so fourth grade and beyond, they are learning through reading, often independently. So if they can't read effectively, their learning is compromised. So I'm going to take you quickly through the steps I think you can take to help your child build their reading comprehension outside of school, because the school's probably working on it already. 1, ask the teacher at the meeting what your child's current level is. Don't look at something from a few months ago. Your child might have gained skills. 2, ask your child what they like to read. They might tell you honestly they don't like to read at all. Okay, what's your favorite movie genres? Tell me some of your favorite movies. You'll be able to figure out their genres that they like, and then that can be what you. 3, go to the library with and talk to the librarian about what your child likes to read and what their current level is. Don't sleep on librarians and think you can just do it all through the teacher and AI, which I'll talk about in a second. Your librarians are amazing. They have book recommendations that you wouldn't have thought of, and they are happy to help your children. So it's another adult, not a teacher and not you, who's helping generate a love of reading in your child. This is Michael. I follow him on TikTok. He's so good. But Valerie, we're not near a library. I can't get to a library. We use Libby. Okay, cool. Use ChatGPT or Google Bard to recommend some books for your child to read. Just type in the same information you would have said to the librarian. It'll generate some great things. I thought Google Bard did a better job. 4 or 5, now that your child has a book, go ahead and make sure they have a comfortable place to read in your home and talk about how long they might read. If they hate reading altogether, maybe 5-10 minutes. And hopefully you're building up to 20, maybe 30 minutes a few times a week. You as the caregiver reading in the home is something you shouldn't overlook. So take a minute to sit down and read and make your child aware that you're reading, and they can come read near you. Depending on your relationship or the age, they might want to or not, but you're showing a love of reading as well. And then when they're done reading for the day, talk to them about what they read. Ask a basic question. Who's the main character? Ask a bigger question. Why do you think they did what they did? And ask a pro-level question that your child can do if they're accurately understanding what's going on. What do you think would happen next in the book? What makes sense? The idea is not only to help your child build their reading comprehension skills, but also to develop a love of reading or even a strong like of reading. Because there's even research that shows that students who take pleasure in reading and read outside of school, things that are interesting to them, they do better overall in school as well. So we really want to focus on reading and reading comprehension. If you have questions, you can leave them below. I hope this gave you some ideas on how you can support your child's reading, because that will help everything.